because a lot of people keep asking me, do I play any games? Well, I do have a PS3, I do have an Xbox, I do have a PSP, I got a Game Boy Advance SP. So I kind of do play games. I mean, that's not my focus. Mostly it's about unboxing unboxing projectors, unboxing TVs, and testing them out and unboxing movies and tell you my intake on them. That's technically what this channel is for. Video File Freak is just for movies and like display technology like DLP, LCOS, 3 LCD projectors, stuff like that, TVs, 4K, HD, you know, that's what this channel was mostly pointed across. But a lot of people keep asking me, do I play games? Well, in this bag right here, and this box right here, I do have some games I want to show you guys. Some of them I do like, some of them it's just like, why the hell do I even have them? So, yeah. So, I'm just gonna show you the games I have. I do have a Midway arcade for the PSP, which has Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and I think it's only Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. I think that's only on there. And all the classic Midway arcade games that's in there. So, I mean, I do play games, but I don't play games as often. I mean, when I lived in Massachusetts, I wasn't big, but I will play, occasionally I will play games every once in a while. So I'm going to show you guys the games that I kind of have, my intake on it. They're really old games for the Xbox, the PS3, the PlayStation 1. There's a bunch of games I like for the PlayStation 1. So I'm just going to go through these type of games, letting you guys know that I actually do enjoy the part why I enjoy them so much. So I'm just going to grab a game in the bag, and then I'm going to talk about it. This is just going to be a random pick. So the first pick I'm going to go for is, of course, Minecraft. This I used to play Minecraft on the PC, of course. I used to have like a bunch of mods for it. Um, there is this one mod that's called Bio Biocraft, I think it is. Yeah, but this game is just iconic. I only played it on the Xbox a little bit. Like I don't. I think I still have a world for the Xbox. But I also have it for the PlayStation 3. So, well, this is my brother's. He gave me his PlayStation 3 because he upgraded to an Xbox One or whatever. I was really surprised. So Xbox, the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition and the Minecraft PlayStation 3 edition, they're both the same game. I mean, they're both running in. This one's on Blu-ray. This is DVD. They both are 1 to 4 players, DualShock 480p to 1080p, so they're both the same thing. Um, this one requires 500 gigabytes of hard drive storage, and I think 50 megabytes to save game. So you need 500 megabytes for the PlayStation 3 version, and then the 50 megabytes for the Xbox. So, yeah, I have 2 versions, and I highly suggest to play it on the Xbox. Well, play it on the PC, of course, because the PC is 10 times better than it is on the console versions. But, yeah, so I have 2 of them, and I do enjoy them. I think I rather play it on the PC version, but the Xbox version is really good. The PS3 is actually pretty good too. So these two are they're the same game. It's just cross platform to different systems. Same crap. Like it's not really much. So over here we got a voucher for what's this? For the PS Vita. For the PS Vita edition, you get a voucher. And of course, this is long gone. Whoever's watching this, try it. Probably it's still valid, but 14 to 17, I highly doubt it. But there's a voucher for playing it for the Vita. And what's really cool about this is like it actually shows you how to use the Minecraft PlayStation controls, but you could change that in the menu, of course. But um, yeah, I mean, Minecraft is a good game. I actually enjoyed it. I used to do a lot of playthroughs for it on my playthrough channel. So yeah, Minecraft, not bad. It's an okay game. I used to be very addicted to it, but it was alright. Alright, let's see here. Next game will be. Oh my god, I love this fucking game. This fucking game is great. I don't have it for the PlayStation 3, which I should. But, yeah, The Wolf Among Us is such a great, great game. Like, the storyline is just amazing. Telltale Games, they know what they're doing. I played this whole game. This is the full version. I never had on the digital download. I'm all about physical copies, as you guys should know by my movies. But yeah, The Wolf Among Us is just an amazing game. If you guys ever played, you guys should play. Um, The Walking Dead, same people, same concept. Um, but the ending kind of turned me off because the ending, um, when Narissa is talking to Bigby, and then Narissa was like, what did she say? What did she say in the game? I haven't played this game in a while. Um, she was like, "You're not as bad as you think you are," and then Bigby kind of revert back to what Faith said in the beginning of the game, and then you have two choices: you could chase her, or you could just let it go. Majority of the people chased her, and then that's the end of the game. So yeah, it's kind of a the end of this game. It's actually a twist. It's actually a plot twist, but at the same time, when Telltale Games was actually working on the second season of The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Telltale Games kind of just went out of business. So I don't know if we're gonna get a Wolf Among Us season two. If we do, then I will have to upgrade my console because they will never make season two for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Duh, of course not. But if there is a season two, that's the reason why I'm gonna upgrade to a new console is because this game, I love this game. Um, this is the copy that my ex girlfriend gave me for our anniversary, and I still hold on to it because this is just a sentimental game. I love this game. I can't say it enough. I love this game. Um, you know, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 from a few people. And yeah, Warner Brothers and The Crooked Man. Everybody that I know, every playthrough that I ever watched, throw him in the witching well. I've said one person that I watched on YouTube didn't even throw him in the witching well. Majority of the people did, and that's a scene where Woody was beating up Faith, and then Bigby came in to beat the crap out of him. But yeah, this game is great. I love this game. The worst part, which the reason why I want to buy the PS3 version is because my Xbox 360 has problem loading this. Well, not really loading. It's more like I have to change the resolution to 480p so the console won't choke on it. Because if I play this game, if I pop this into the Xbox, which I have it connected to my InFocus 1080p projector, if I set the Xbox output to 1080p, this game will never play properly. I have to downgrade it to all the way to 480p or 480i to play this game. So yeah, it kind of sucks. And of course, it's going to be in the 4:3 aspect ratio, which it sucks too. But yeah, this game, I love this game. I mean, if nobody played it yet, what are you guys are doing? Like, buy yourself a copy on the Xbox Store or the PlayStation Store. Hopefully they have it there. And play this game. This game is actually bonkers. I love it. And I'm not looking. I'm not looking whenever I put my hand in there. Next game will be Family Game Night 3 with Yahtzee, Clue, Twister, The Game of Life, and Mousetrap. This is actually a really good game if you want to play it with your family, of course, Family Game Night. A lot of good games. Yeah, my all-time favorite is Mousetrap and The Game of Life on this. And here's what they look like if whoever never played the game before. Focus a little bit, please. And there we go. So that's what the games look like. Mousetrap, Yahtzee, Twister, Clue, and The Game of Life. Yeah, so this game is actually really good. I mean, I used to play it a lot with my ex, and yeah, we play this game like all the time, all the time. We always play The Game of Life more than Twister. Like, how the fuck are you gonna play Twister on the Xbox 360? I think it's better when you play it, with with a physical body and a board. But yeah, this game is actually really good to play with family, friends. Don't I mean you could play it by yourself. It's 1 to 4 players, but do I recommend this playing by yourself? No, not really. But if you actually do have a girlfriend or whoever, fiance, whatever, and you guys want to play games, this is actually pretty good. Or just buy all these individual board games and play it real. But if you don't want to spend all that money, this is actually a good buy. And I bought it at GameStop for $24.99. And that was a long time ago. Alright, next game. Of course, Grand Theft Auto 5. And guess what, you guys? Both versions. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, of course. But I mean, if you're a gamer and you don't have Grand Theft Auto 5, what are you doing? Go to the store or go on this, go to a GameStop or go to the store and download Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, it's the bestseller, of course. People still play it as of today. This thing came out in... Actually, that's a sticker in the back over there. This thing came out in... I forgot when. Holy crap, it's been so long. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't have Grand Theft Auto 5? Come on, give me a break. Everybody played the games, everybody played the story. Like, how can you not go wrong with this game? And for the Xbox version, you got a play disc and an installation disc. I don't know why. It's just stupid. Because the PlayStation 3 does not have that. It's just one disc to install it and play. And plus, with the PlayStation 3 version, you got this, to tell you. And then you got the map of Los Santos and Blaine County. So, I mean, yeah, you get all this stuff. I mean, again, this is my brother's copy because he switched to Xbox and he did just PlayStation 3, then he went to college. He left behind a bunch of games, and I saved his PS3 for being thrown out when we were moving out. So, yeah, I saved a couple of his PS3 games. But, if you haven't played, oh my god, if you guys haven't played Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 3, yeah, stay away from that one. Grand Theft Auto 5, what are you guys doing? Fucking play the game. Like, you could download it probably on the Switch. These new consoles, you don't need to buy this. This is just what I have. But the story is really good. The playthrough is awesome. I never played it online, thank God, because I will get my ass beaten and handed to him. But Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. How, what, I mean, you can't say anything bad about Grand Theft Auto 5. People still play it today, which is unreal. Rockstar, just release Grand Theft Auto 6. What the fuck is the wait? Okay. Next game will be Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition, which, if you know it, I have both versions too. It's crazy how many versions I even have. This is the PlayStation 3 version. It's also the one that my brother bought for his PlayStation 3, and then I bought my own because I'm an Xbox guy. I grew up as a PlayStation guy, but I went over to Xbox because I don't know why. I should have just kept the PS3 because there's amazing games on the PS3 than the Xbox, but the Xbox gave us Halo, and PlayStation 3 did not. So, um, yeah, this one is also a really really good game. Of course, because I got the platinum in the greatest hits. So of course, this is actually a good game. Good game to buy. Good game to play. It's just overall great game. Um, I forgot what car I have on this game. I think I had the Nissan 200ZX, I believe I have. Um, but again, I play on the Xbox, not on the PlayStation. But I like that. I like how it says owner's manual, then it has the cars there. It's actually pretty cool. I like how they described it. Of course, back has the credits. Get around the streets of Los Angeles Beacon. So yeah, and all these games are always in good condition. So that's definitely in good condition. The my version, the Xbox, it's a little bit kind of beaten up, but because I played this game a lot. So, yeah. All right. Next one. Sticking my hand in. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Stick my hand in there. Yes. Destroy all humans. This is the best alien game in the world. I know that they remade this for the PlayStation 4 and for other consoles. For other consoles and the PC. This is the original, which this was made in 2005, and this is the Xbox version. And you guys are looking at this, and you guys are wondering, you got a Xbox 360. So, why did you buy an Xbox version? Well, it never been released on the Xbox 360, so this is the only version that you have, or the PS2. I used to have the PS2, but my PlayStation 2 couldn't even load PlayStation 2 games, so I got rid of that PS2. I still kept my Xbox, and this is one of the games that are backwards compatible with the Xbox 360. So when I found that out, when I lived in Massachusetts, I went to my local game store, and they had this. So awesome game. I used to play the shit out of this game when I had it for the PS2. My friend really was my really close friend. Um, he has this game for the PS2. I went over his house. He showed me this game. We actually played. He was playing, and then I was watching. And then I asked him to borrow, and then he said sure. So he let me borrow his Destroy All Humans for the PS2. And at the time, I never had an Xbox. Um, my friend Lewis Perry was a big Xbox guy, and we played Halo like crazy on that thing. So, yeah, the Xbox is really sentimental to me with both my friends. Xbox for my friend Lewis, and then Dustin with the PlayStation 2. Um, but yeah, I borrowed this game from Dustin for the PlayStation 2. I played the shit out of that. He keep asking me to return it, and then I was like, I'm not even done with it yet. You know, that stupid crap that we always do with our friends when we borrow a game. So Yeah, this game is really, really sentimental to me. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorite games. The remake is, of course, it's 20 times better than this, than the original, but I like the original a lot better. But yeah, I mean, this game is just great, and it's complete. So you got oh my god, look how big the original Xbox controller was back then. I mean, this is the Duke. Yeah, that's the Duke original Xbox controller. If you guys actually saw the original Xbox controller, which is called the Fat, holy crap, that thing was like a fucking brick. Like you're literally, it's like me playing the game on this box. That's how big it really was. It was massive. That one is the Duke, what I just showed you. And of course, it's in good condition, of course, because I love this game so much, and I will never have it scratched up. So I'm really like careful with it. But yeah, Destroy All Humans is just a great game. Uh, Crypto 137, is that his name? Crypto, Crypto 137, I think. Um, and Pox, you know, the whole story and just destroying everything, and it's just an amazing game. One giant step on mankind. And back in the day, they actually had a mobile version, not the mobile games that we have today, where you could go to the App Store. Um, this one was just like a flip phone for a razor. They actually have I think it's advertised. It's advertised over here somewhere. It's either that or inside the game. Oh my god. This is just going back memories. You had Woodbox. I think that's all the advertisements that they have. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's all the advertisements. And MX versus ATV Unleashed. That's actually a good freaking game for the Xbox, and then Xbox Live. You know, back in the early 2000s, it was quite good. Um, yeah. Apparently they didn't advertise it in the manual, so it must be inside the game, because I did see it inside the game with the special features and stuff like that, that they actually created a mobile version. So yeah, Destroy All Humans, great game, great game back in the early 2000s, and it's still a great game with the remake. All right, next one. Let's go. What's this one? This one is eh eh. That's why it's $8.99. Eh. You know, it's just I don't think that this is actually a good game by any means of the necessary. I mean, it's entertaining because it's you could get all the cars in the world, like all the auto manufacturers always licensed to these games. That's how they make their buck too. Um, this game, it wasn't the best game in the world for me. I don't enjoy Test Drive Unlimited. I used to have Test Drive Off Road. I think it's in this box. Um, but yeah, Test Drive Unlimited. I'm not saying it's the best game in the world, but you know it'll get you by if you want to go to sleep. All right, next one. I think this is the last one. I think. Nope. Aha! Genesis, the Sonic Unlimited Genesis collection for HD. Oh, now in HD. Has all the good games. I mean, it has Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Altered Beast. There's more games. Oh, seem like there's not a manual, so I can't tell you. Um, yeah, this is actually really good. Really good compilations of games. Um, it actually has Sonic and Knuckles, Streets of Rage 3, Sonic Spinball, the original Sonic. Um, Alex Kidd, that's actually a good one. I'm trying to see Rise Star. I haven't unlocked that. Well, there's some games that you have to proceed to unlock. So you have to, if you want to play Sonic Spinball, then you have to unlock like you have to finish Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic Knuckles to get Sonic Spinball. So there's some games that's actually unlocked where you have to play the games to unlock them. So this could take forever because the category in this thing is just fucking huge. Um, yeah, unlockable content. So you have to play mostly all these games to unlock all other Genesis games. But yeah, it has relieved the glory of Sega Genesis days with 40 classic titles from Sonic the Hedgehog to Streets of Rage. So there's 40 titles in here, and some of them are unlocked. So you have to play the game, and then you have to unlock them throughout the whole entire thing. But yeah, I mean, good game if you want to go back to the Genesis compilations or buy yourself a real Genesis with cartridges and a CRT. That might add up to almost $200, probably more than that. But yeah, I mean, this is actually a really good compilation. I know there's more compilations throughout. There's more compilations out there. With the Genesis. Oh my God, the Genesis catalog is just fucking huge. That there's like always a new compilation coming out with every single console, every single year or every single couple of years. So yeah, I mean this is actually a good compilation for the Xbox 360. So grab yourself this, or the Xbox 360 store is not around anymore, so you have to buy the physical copy. But yeah, this is a good compilation for the Xbox. I think that's it. Nope. All right, and okay, now we're going to the PlayStation. Destruction Derby 2. This was actually my first game. This is not my original copy, but this is my first game that I experienced driving simulator. It's not really a driving simulator, it's more like a crashing simulator. Destruction Derby. Um, but yeah, I had to rebuy this because I used to have it for the PlayStation, but I rebought it, and of course, all PlayStation 3s are backwards compatible with PlayStation 1 games, so I don't need to worry about buying myself a PlayStation 1. If you want to hear that, that iconic boot up sound, then buy yourself a PlayStation 1. Um, Greatest hits, all the good ones. And this is why the PlayStation is actually really, really good and actually won the competition, is because it's technically a CD in a jewel case. And, oops. Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons why jewel cases really suck. Um, yeah, it's a compact disc, and oh my god, just look up the history of the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, when Nintendo and Sony trying to team up, and then Nintendo wanted the electrical properties for the CD format to them, and Sony doesn't want to, but they still team up with Sony, and then Nintendo went behind Sony's back and Philips, and then I'm technically telling you everything, but yeah, the PlayStation is just a great console, biggest console in the world when it was released. Great job, Sony. Um, I think their only main focus is the PlayStation brand itself right now, because I don't see anything from like, yeah, of course they still make Blu-rays and DVD players and stuff like that, but I don't think it's really that great. They're mostly focused on the PlayStation brand. So back to this game. This is actually a game that I had to rebuy. I was playing this a lot when I was a kid. You could just imagine how many times I played this game. Like the soundtracks on here is just fucking crazy. I love the soundtrack in this game. I don't know if I could take this specific game and put it in a CD player and just listen to the tracks. I know some PlayStation 1 games you can actually do that. You can actually take the game, put it into a CD player, and then you can actually play the music that's in the game through the CD player. I don't think this one is compatible with it. I'm going to test it out probably tomorrow or later on. And because the soundtracks on this game is just crazy. But yeah, if you guys never played Destruction Derby 2, give it a try. Just give it a try. I know it's a crappy game. I mean, it's not really a crappy game because it's in, you know, PlayStation's greatest hits. Um, but yeah, it's just a great game. Um, you can't go wrong with it. I just feel like it's one of the best smashing games on the PlayStation. I mean, there's other good smashing games, but yeah, this one is definitely. I had to rebuy this because of nostalgia, and this one's actually complete. My original copy wasn't complete; it was all banged up, and the game wasn't playing. You know, everybody knows about the PlayStation compact disc format, and the reason why it's black is because it's just want to make it look cool. That's what Sony did it. You know, everybody think that it's copy protection. No, it is not for copy protection. It's mostly for just as this is what the PlayStation brand used to look like for their games. It's black. So people see a black disc and they're just like, "Oh my god, this is for like copyright protection. I can't put this in my computer and rip the games out." You can, but the original PlayStation has a code to actually read the disc. So if you make a recordable of this game, the PlayStation will never read it because it's not coded right. So the black disc is just the PlayStation branding back in the early 90s. So whenever you see a black disc, it's not because of copyright protection. That's just the PlayStation branding. So, yeah. Destruction Derby 2. Give it a try. This is my original copy. As you can tell, there is no cover. Like that one, there's no cover. There's no booklet. Spyro the Dragon, one of my favorite all time. I'm talking about like all time favorite game. Like you can't go wrong with Spyro the Dragon. I haven't played the other games like 2, 3. I know there's some Spyro games for the Game Boy Advance. I was looking at one whenever I bought this guy and the Destroy All Humans in my local when I lived in Massachusetts. I tried looking for this game because this copy is kind of crap. It's all scratched up. It works, but I know at some point that I can't continue with the game because it's scratched to shit. So this is actually one of my favorite games. I still play this same copy as of today. Um, yeah, this thing is just scratched to hell. Like if you guys can actually look at it, like that thing will, yeah, that thing will never load. But it does. It just loads. It just doesn't. You know, the music is cut off, and there's some levels I can't complete. So I can't complete this game without buying a new copy, and this is my original copy. So yeah, I mean, yep. So I can't really finish the Spyro game. So I mean, I do enjoy playing this thing. 3D gaming never looked so good. Definitely in the early 90s. This is 1998 when Spyro the Dragon came out. And yeah, this thing is just amazing. I love this game. I have to rebuy this so I can continue on with the game. And of course, this is a compact disc format. The PS2 came up with the DVD format. And people don't know that the early PlayStation 2 games was compact discs. And then later on down the line in the PlayStation 2's life, they switched to DVD. So early PlayStation 2 games are still CDs. Later on in the system's life, they changed it to DVD ROM games. So that's why one is clear and one is blue. The clear one was the CD format, and then the blue was the DVD ROM format. The DVD ROM format is kind of the same thing what Sony did with the original PlayStation. It's just blue just for the looks. It's not for the copyright protection. It's just for the looks, so you could distinguish between a CD format and a DVD format. That's the reason why that you have two different colors of disc on the PlayStation 2. But yeah, this game, great game. All right, let me see here. Oh, I guess that's it. That's it. That's all it is in the bag. So yeah, I mean, let me just get the PlayStation 3s with the PlayStation 3s, the Xbox with the Xboxes. I have more Xbox games than anything else. And then the PlayStation 1 with the PlayStation 1. So, I kind of have a decent selection of games. Not. But yeah, these games are the ones I really, really play. But I do have some other games in here as well. So in the orange box, actually, do you know what? Might as well take this out too. Hold on. I ain't done yet. Okay. All right. Let's continue on. So in this orange box, I have some more games, which you guys will be really, really disappointed on how I package these games. But some of these games are scratched to shit, and it can't play anymore. And that's the fun part is to figure out which games play and which game not play, not just play. I'm not gonna rebuy these games. I mean, these are the games I play every now and then. Again, I'm not a big gamer. I used to be when I was younger. I'm 32 years old. I don't play games anymore. But yeah, I still keep these for sentimental. So, all right, this looks kind of promising. Actually, let me just take those out. Well, this looks kind of promising, doesn't it? Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. And then when I open it up, it is FIFA 99. Oh, Christ. This game actually still plays, surprisingly. I mean, it scratched the shit, but at the same time, it does play. Um, yeah, so ignore the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, booklet, and ignore the Pirates of the Caribbean slip because I don't have this game no more, and it never played anyway. And I think my parents bought this game used, and then I popped it in my PS2 one time, and it never played. So, yeah, all that is useless. But yeah, FIFA 99 was actually a really really good game. Definitely in the 90s. I mean, I used to play the crap out of FIFA 99. I'm not a big sports game. I'm not a big sports player. For I just don't play sports. I'm not a big sports guy. But when it comes to soccer, I actually do love soccer. And FIFA 99, EA Sports, Compact Disc, PlayStation, NTSC, E for everybody, and yeah, great game, great game. I think I should pop this in. I know. Like I showed you, this is scratch the shit, but at the same time, it does play. That's what's crazy about PlayStation 1 games. Like, you could scratch the crap out of them. And some things will play and some things won't play. But the game will actually still play. Like, again, scratch the shit. But this thing will actually play the game fully throughout. It just doesn't play the soundtracks in it. So all these scratches are soundtrack scratches. But the game still works and the game's still functional, so I'm really surprised. All right. This game is a piece of shit. Test Drive Off Road. This is my original copy. Again, scratch shit, but it still plays. Um, yeah, I didn't really like this game. I don't know why I asked this for Christmas when I was younger. This is my original copy, though. Um, I don't know how it's the greatest hits. But yeah, I think it's the greatest hits because it has all the car manufacturers coming in. Link cable, two consoles. Huh. I didn't realize that. I've never seen that on a PlayStation 1 game. Link to Link to consoles. If you guys ever saw that, let me know in the comments section because I have never saw that before. Of course, 1 to 2 players, and then for a memory card, you gotta have 2 blocks to make make a save. But yeah, I have never seen link 2 consoles together. I have never seen that on a PlayStation 1 game ever, ever. See, never. Seemed like I just didn't pay attention to this game. But yeah, anyway. And of course, Spyro is 1 player. One player. It just needs 1 block. Analog controller compatible, and it's vibration functional compatible. So, yeah, this thing will vibrate the fuck out of here. This is when the DualShock was coming out when Spyro came out. So this is not the original launch titles, of course not. But this is when the DualShock, um, the original PlayStation DualShock came out, and that's why they have to put analog controller compatible and vibration function compatible. Because if you actually look at some of these other games, which I probably think that this is before, yeah, this is before, and this one doesn't say. Should. Hold on. Doesn't even show the copyright. Just says 1990 to 1996. But that's the company. Um, so this game came out before Spyro. And this one, if you actually look, doesn't have DualShock compatible. So that's how you know that this is a really early PlayStation game. And then with this one came out in 1998. This one came out in 1997. So you could tell by this game is a lot older, just a year older than this game. Analog controller compatible, vibration function compatible. This is when the DualShock was coming in to the 3D gaming realm, and then before the DualShock, you can only use the link cable 2 consoles together. But with the DualShock, never really had that. So, yeah. So this game is a lot older than this game and this game. And look at that. It's all the greatest hits. Pretty cool. Yeah, this game, I wasn't really a big fan of it. I mean, it was just something, and I don't know. I just didn't really like it. I mean, I played it, but I never really enjoyed this game. Never really like it. So, I mean, whatever. Alright. Here's where you guys are going to get pissed off at me. There's more PlayStation 1 games. That's not the reason why you guys are going to get pissed off. This is all PlayStation 1 games. I don't even have the original box to them, so they will be scratched to hell. If you guys don't like that, don't watch this. But, I mean, this is... I have a lot of PlayStation 1 games than I do the Xbox. So yeah, this is actually a lot of PlayStation 1 games. So I'm just going to take them out. And you guys are going to hate me, but I don't have any boxes for these, so I'm just going to be gentle so you guys don't freak out. Circuit Breakers. I don't think this is the greatest hit game. Yeah, this one is scratched to hell too. Like I said, all of these are scratched to hell because when we were younger, we never put these fuckers in the box. I don't know why that's a thing, but it was. This came out in 1998. Circuit Breakers. I'm gonna pop this in and try to replay it if the PlayStation 3 will read it. Yeah, never really liked this game. It was just like a circuit, and you're in the car and you're just breaking the circuit, I guess. Look it up if you guys don't know what circuit breakers are, but yeah, that game was it was okay. Next game is oh, I knew it. Yeah. I mean, if you guys have a PlayStation and you guys don't have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, then what the fuck you guys are doing with your life? I don't have any of the boxes for these. These guys are scratched to hell, but there's way around it. You could resurface it. Sometimes resurfacing is a bigger pain in the butt than just rebuying the game, but I bet you I could resurface it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is actually a really, really good game. By Neversoft, Activision, Rated T, of course, PlayStation, compact disc format. I'm gonna see if I know this game plays. So, it's gonna play. Um, yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is better than Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. I can tell you that. For a fact. For a fact. For a fucking fact. Um, yeah, I mean, if you guys have the PlayStation and you guys never had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, what the hell you guys are doing? This is actually was a really good, decent game. Next will be Knockout Kings 2000. Let me guess. This came out in the year 1999. It's like a car. This thing came out in the year 1999, but it's Knockout Kings 2000. It's like a car, you kind of. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I don't think I ever played this game. Of course, it scratched up the hell. Um, I know my brother, not my youngest brother, my oldest brother, because my youngest brother was born in 2002. My oldest brother was born in 1991, and I'm born in 1993. So me and my older brother lived through the PlayStation era. And we used to have an NES and a Genesis when we were younger, but that's beside the point. Um, I don't think I ever played this game. I will have to check this one out. I don't think I ever played this game. No, actually, I have, and I suck at it. Who knew? NBA NBA basketball, not 1999, 2000. Did this came out in 2000? I don't think so. 1999. Okay, first off, do they have any games in the early 2000s for the PlayStation 1? Because I think PlayStation 2 was actually, you know what? That makes more sense because PlayStation 2 was coming around a little bit later than the PlayStation 1. So, yeah, if you see 2000, it's actually 1999. So this is actually NBA Basketball 1999. They should have just called it that. But it's NBA Basketball 2000. Duh. Yeah, never played this game. Some of these games are my brother's games, and majority of them are mine. This is actually mine. Ford Truck Mania. I think this was part of the greatest hits. Yeah, this fucker's never gonna play. But yeah, I was a big Ford guy. I remember when I was younger, I had to do a what is it? I had to do a school project on. Everybody knows that school project where you gotta do a project on somebody that you kind of endured or want to do a project on, and I choose Henry Ford. So I mean, my whole youth, my dad always had Ford cars. I mean, we had the Ford Taurus, two Ford Tauruses, one station wagon, one regular sedan. Um, my dad used to have the Mustang. I think it's the Mustang 2 or the 80s Mustang. Yeah, it's the 80s Mustang. And then we had the Ford Explorer from 1998 or 7 or 1996. We had a Ford Explorer XLT 1996 and then a Ford Explorer from 2002 or 1, somewhere around there. So, my whole youth was always Ford. So, that's why I wanted this game is because it's a Ford and I was a big humongous Ford guy. Um, I have a Nissan now, but I do still love Fords. So this is the reason why I have this game. I was a big Ford guy, grew up with almost let's see, four Ford vehicles. two Tauruses, two Explorers. So yeah, I'm a I'm a huge Ford guy. Ford has always been in my life since I was very fucking young. And doing a school project on Henry Ford, yeah, that tells you a little bit something about me and Ford, the company. But yeah, this was actually a decent game. Um, 19. Oh my god, you can't even see that. It doesn't even. It tells you the year, but it's like so in there that you cannot even read it. It's like amazing. So yeah, Ford Truck Mania, and I think I had a Ford game for the PlayStation 2 also. So again, big Ford guy, but I went over to Nissan because of the Fast and Furious game, the Fast and Furious movies. But still love Ford. Ford. I love Ford vehicles. And never played this game either. NBA Shootout 2002. If any of these games, all of them, including these ones up here, if you guys played any of those games, which if you were a gamer back then, you played mostly everything. Let me know what type of game you guys actually did play a lot because I play a lot of these fucking games. It's just amazing. But NBA Shootout 2002. So this guy to come out in 2001. Okay. Sony Computer Entertainment. Now it's called Sony what? Back then it was called Sony Computer Entertainment. Now it's called Sony something. But yeah, remember that logo? Oops. Let me focus that. Blink, boink. It doesn't want to focus. Oh, okay. Remember that logo? If you see that logo, you have that PlayStation tone stuck in your head for the next probably years now. Whenever you see that Sony Computer Entertainment logo. Um, yeah, this one is, I'm gonna try to resurface all these games. Not these ones. These ones are totally fine. These PlayStation games, I'm gonna try to resurface them. But there you go. That's kind of everything. So, am I a gamer? Kind of. It really depends on my mood. Now, I do have some other games over here. I do have some. I used to have a lot of Game Boy games. Like I was a big Game Boy fanatic. Before the home consoles, I kind of liked the portable handheld. Um, these are not the games I had originally for the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. Never had a Game Boy Advance when I was younger. Um, so the Game Boy Advance that you guys saw from the video about me talking about, you know, early 2000s video formats. Yeah, I had to rebuy, or I had to. That's actually my um, first Game Boy Advance ever. So yeah, I'm way behind the game. But yeah, the Game Boy handheld is has one of the greatest games besides the PSP, which the PSP it was technically taking the PS2 on the go. That's technically what they advertise it. But yeah, some of these games I actually had for the. Actually, there's only one game that I had for the PlayStation 2. But again, my PlayStation 2 couldn't read PlayStation 2 games, and then I had to get rid of the PlayStation 2 and all the games that came with it that I had for it. But I didn't know that this game was actually a PlayStation. I knew that this game was a PlayStation 2 game, but I didn't know that they had it for the Game Boy Advance. And that is Need for Speed Underground 2. I didn't know that they had a Game Boy Advance version of it. I didn't know that. And if I knew that, then I would have asked my parents for a Game Boy Advance. Now would I? This was actually a 3D game. This is actually a 3D game. Let me show you. So there you go. My Game Boy Advance SP. Um, I was always fonded about the Game Boy Advance system. The Game Boy Advance system is one of the best systems that Nintendo ever made before the DS. Um, and then the Game Boy Micro came out, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" Um, when the DS was coming out, they actually make the Game Boy Micro trying to survive the Game Boy Advance lineup, and of course, they stopped producing the Game Boy Advance. But what's really, really weird is that you could play Game Boy Advance games on the DS, so you don't need to buy a Game Boy Advance SP or regular Game Boy. But I didn't really care about the DS because I think that the DS was actually a weird looking console. It has great games for it. It's one of the best selling consoles in the Nintendo world. But I was not a big fan of the DS. My little brother had a DS. He gave me his old one, and I didn't really care for it, and I broke it. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about it. But I do really, really give a fuck about the Game Boy lineup because the Game Boy is such a great console. It's just amazing. It was just amazing console when I was younger versus the PSP that I used to have when I was younger too. I used to have a silver one and I had to rebuy that and I got a black one. So the Game Boy Advance SP, I mean, it's a great console. Widescreen. At least it's front lit. Not like the original Game Boy Advance that people was bitching about and people was really, really giving Nintendo some shit. Being like, guys, you guys made a great handheld console, but I can't see the fucking screen. And that's the reason why the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy Advance, was actually a great console and a shitty console at the same time. Because nobody can ever see the fucking screen. Um, and then the and then this model came out, which this model is the AGS 001. But if you guys want the better Game Boy Advance SP system, it's the 101. Because the 101 has a backlit screen. This is a frontlit, as you guys can already tell. The, the backlit is a TFT LCD screen. This is just a reflective screen. Nintendo, why? And plus, the weirdest fucking thing in the world, they got rid of the headphone jack for the Game Boy Advance SP. Why? To make it sleeker? I mean, you could easily put a headphone jack over here. And guess what Nintendo did? They brought out the Game Boy Micro, and a lot of people was bitching about that there was no headphone jack. And then they put one in. You gotta have a fucking dongle to plug into this port right here to use your headphones. I don't get it. But at least they listen to us. Again, front lit screen. Can't stress that enough. But back to the Game Boy. The Need for Speed Underground 2. I didn't know that this was a Game Boy port. And if I knew that, then I would have asked my parents for a Game Boy Advance SP. Now would I? This Game Boy I got used, and I have to clean up the power switch because, yeah, that. Oh god, and I gotta clean up apparently the cartridge slot. There we go. Now can you see the screen? Why did they put a fucking on and off light switch on I don't get it. What, to conserve battery? I mean, I guess. I mean, people was bitching about the Game Boy Advance never had a front lit screen. And then when you give us a Game Boy Advance with a front lit screen, now you give us a fucking physical button to not see the fucking screen? Like, does this make any sense, fucking Nintendo? Alright. So I'm going to show you the gameplay. And for a Game Boy Advance SP game that was ported, let me turn this down, that was ported from the PlayStation 2, I actually was amazed when I play this. It actually looks like a ported PlayStation 2 game. I was really surprised. And it froze. Oh god. Okay, this Game Boy Advance is kind of fidgety. Hold on. Never do that, kids, because you're actually blowing carbon monoxide into the pins, and then you're gonna have problems playing the game. But guess what? This is just for YouTube anyway, so fuck it. See? I need to fix that power. I have never owned a Game Boy Advance. I had this for a couple of years, so I'm still new to the Game Boy Advance. Are you fucking kidding me? Doesn't want to play? Oh boy. Hold on, I think I messed something up. Let me see. Let me see if there's something wrong with the cartridge slot. So I'm just gonna pop this in and then I'm gonna test it out. This is the Shark Tales for the Game Boy Advance video, which I made a video about, and don't get this format, okay? Just don't. You might as well just shoot yourself in the foot if you do. Come on. Holy macaroni. Really? Alright. Let me just go to a chapter and see if it's not the cartridge slot. Okay, now you guys know why the video quality sucks on it. That's why this was a fail format. Fuck it. Alright, let me see if I could get this game going, because I want to show you guys that it does have kind of a PlayStation 2 feel. Oh, come on. There we go. Can't stress that enough. I love that boot up sequence. Hello. No? Oh, that's it. I blew inside the system. Oh, great. It's fucked up. Oh, my God. That sounds a little bit more promising this time. Oh, look at that. Now it's starting to look promising. Son of a bitch. On, off, on, off, on, off. Again, Nintendo. Why? Okay, see, this motherfucker's not going to work. So, I mean, it does have a PlayStation 2 feel. It actually has a PlayStation 2 POV when you're right behind the car and stuff like that. And then you could drive it when you're outside the car, pointing, you know, what a car game looks like. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. God damn it. I wanted it to work, and it didn't work on camera. It worked most of the time, but not on camera. Okay, next one is Sonic Advance. Another good game. THX. I don't think THX is around anymore. And if you guys know, please leave in the comment section. But yeah, this is actually a good game. Let me see. Let's see. Wait a minute. I have another game. Hold on. Oh God. Oh boy, bye. So, okay. Sonic Advance. Let's pop it in and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll be so pissed. Well, at least it turns on. Nintendo shows. And there we go. Alright, let me turn this down so I don't get flagged by Sega. Because I know how Sega is. No, wait, that's Nintendo. Yeah, Sonic Advance. Let's see. I'm just gonna become, of course, Sonic. Let's go to act. Oh, never mind. I used to have all these unlocked. I think I deleted my gameplay apparently. Yeah. So Sonic Advance, actually, decent game. Decent game for the Game Boy Advance. If you guys want Game Boy Advance and you guys like Sonic, might as well get yourself Sonic Advance. All right. Yeah, good game. This one pissing me off. All right, next game will be Namco Museum. This one has my favorite game, which is Galaga. I used to have, oh my god, I'm a big Galaga guy. So, let's see if this one plays. Apparently this Game Boy Advance is pretty fidgety. Never was like that. But of course, it's gonna play. Turn that down so I don't get copyright. Which probably I will with this live stream, but you know. Alright, so in this game we have Miss Pac-Man. Pole Position. That's a good game. Pole Position. Dig Dug. Another one. Another arcade classic. Galaga. There you go. My favorite game. And then Galaxian, which is a I forgot who came first, Galaga or Galaxian. I think Galaxian came. No, Galaga came first, and then Galaxian was a game after, and then it goes back. A for full screen. I have no idea what the hell that does. Oh, it's a full screen version of the game. So yeah, that's actually a good game if you like arcade. Very, very, very unlimited, but you know, it's good. Everybody says that this is the worst game on the Game Boy, which should I say that you guys are wrong? Because this is actually better than the Minecraft 1. Minecraft 1 on the Game Boy really fucking sucks. This is actually a lot better. And the sound of the Game Boy cartridge is kind of scary because, yeah. If you guys know that sound, then you definitely know that you have a Game Boy cartridge in your pocket back in the day. I think all Game Boy games sounded like that, right? Probably not. But, yeah. Mortal Kombat 2. Because it's a Game Boy. The Game Boy Advance is backwards compatible. Ooh, that did not sound good. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. But it does play. Right? Ah, god damn it. Hold on. Gotta focus. Focus. There you go. God damn it. Okay, forget it. Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Boy. Again, it's a lot better than the first one. I could tell you that. I mean, if you guys want to play Mortal Kombat 2, yeah, wait until you get home. As who said that? Oh, Cinemassacre. The Angry Video Game Nerds. So if you want to play Mortal Kombat 2, wait until you get home. But if you can't wait until you get home, duh. So you have standard format and stretchy. I don't know why. I think I always play it on the stretch mode. I know, it's not really ideal. You should play like that, but having it stretched, yeah, it's not the greatest. Uh, oh my god. Oh my god, so out of focus. Oh, shit. Nope. I'm getting my ass beaten to me. There we go. Okay, yoo-hoo! I win. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Boy. A lot better than the first one, I can tell you that. Um, as any video game nerd like to say, Cinemasker for the Kombat game port video. Just wait until you get home. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 for the Game Boy, not really that bad. So yeah, I guess I have more games than what I thought. But yeah, I took it a little bit further and got Mortal Kombat for the PSP. Oh my good god. Okay, so there is Saw. So we already talked about that, and here's only the one PSP game that I ever have. Yeah, it is the oh, almost dropped it. It is the Midway Arcade Treasures extended play. So this is actually a really good game, and look at how much it cost. 14.99. Holy fucking buckets for a little disc like this. Um, yeah, this one has Mortal Kombat. Um, yeah, this thing has so many games on it. It's like so much better than this compilation. But yeah, this thing has so many games, and I'm gonna show you that. So my PSP, this guy, I got the black version, the PSP 2000, and apparently one of these buttons are really fucking spongy. Oh my god, it's this one. It's the 0, it's the O, that's spongy. Alright, so let's boot it up. Hopefully this thing has battery. No, it doesn't. God damn it. I gotta plug this fucker in. Oh, good day. Ah, shit. Okay, note to self, PlayStation, the PSP doesn't hold its charge. And then I just farted and now I'm gonna die in my room. But let's plug it in. Fuck. I swear to God, this thing had battery. There we go. Now it's charging. I swear to God, my PSP had battery a couple of... Well, I haven't touched this thing in a month. So, I guess... Tells you a lot. I know you could turn on the PSP when it's plugged in, so... And I got this at the time, which is whatever. Yeah, see? It's dead. Oh, bleh. Alright. I did show you that I had movies on here, too. So I have a really crappy movie, which is Ouija. So I have these in separate chapters because the program that I used cannot convert the whole thing in one file, so I had to split them in 26-minute files, and then the last is 8 minutes. Game wise, of course, I don't have any. I don't have any saves on here. No video, no music, of course. No photos because you can connect a PSP camera on the top and then you could take photos, but that was kind of fucking dumb. And then all these settings, and you know how they are. Video settings, UMD. You could change the video setting format and theme and okay, whatever. All right, so what about I just put this in? Can't believe this thing fucking died. Wow. I thought the battery on this thing will last for a couple of months. And it was full when I charged it, so I don't know. I guess PSPs hate it when they sit there. Okay, so this is the Midway game. Ooh, I got an update? No way. I gotta update the. No, I'm not. And of course, game share will be sharing from one PSP to the other. So UMD, here we go. Oops. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it shut in up. Ooh. It's not a bad disk drive. It's just the disk drive is really loud on the PSP. Wow, that's really fucking loud. I didn't realize how loud this fucking disk drive was. Can I skip all this? Come on. Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play. Okay, so in this game we have 720. We got Arc Rivals, Champion Sprint. What else? Cyberball 2072. I don't know. Defender, that's a really good game. Gauntlet, Joust, Clax, which is a weird fucking game. Marlboro Madness. Here we go. Mortal Kombat 1, 2. Oh, there is no ultimate. My bad. I thought there was an ultimate. What the hell is this wireless? Hold on. Oh, yeah, you can host a game and scan the game. Okay, that's what I thought. So in this compilation, I have Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. And then you can click right for the high score, which there is none. And then you can cycle through the games for the high scores. Which, of course, there is none. So what about we go back and then I'll show you the rest. Oop. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Rampage was actually the one that Rampage was a game that I actually had for the Game Boy. This is all the arcade versions, which is really really good. But yeah, I had this for the Game Boy. Sinistar is actually a good game. What's that? Tobin? Don't know. Wizard of War. Yeah, there's so many fucking compilations on here. It's just amazing. And then we go back to Cyberball 2070. So let me. Where's Mortal Kombat 2? So I just press X to play. Yikes. I don't like the sound of that. And this is the position I'm in. Hi guys. Trust me, it's the volume's going up. Press start. So this is the full arcade version. This is no, cuts. This is the full arcade version of the game. It's kind of like the same as the. Jiminy fucking Christ. It's kind of like the same thing with the Minecraft. No, not Minecraft. Mortal Kombat collection for the Xbox 360. This is technically the same thing. As I farted. Sorry. I suck on Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna try to do this on camera. Yeah, there's a lot of loading for the PSP, just letting you guys know. Ooh. Told you, I suck. Oh shit. Let me try one more time, because this is just ridiculous. I always play Liu Kang, Especially on the Game Boy version, I always play Liu Kang. A lot more loading. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was out of fucking focus. Oh, shit. Fucking hell. I suck. So just don't tell me that I suck. I already know. I'm really fucking I really want to try to beat just one character. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. Well, how do... Oops. Okay, there we go. And then you can exit the game like that. So, yeah, I suck on Mortal Kombat. But anyway, alright guys, this has been a really, really long video. It's an hour and 21 minutes. And, yeah, I'm not charging this guy. This guy is going back in the bag. Actually, you know what? I'm going to charge this up. Fuck it. Yeah, let me quit out. And then we're back to the X bar menu. So, yeah. So it seemed like I have a lot more games than I anticipated. Yeah. So as you guys could tell, I did play some games when I was younger, but I watch movies more. But yeah, I'm gonna try to beat that fucking Mortal Kombat on the PSP. That thing is hard. That game is actually generally fucking hard. Like, I mean, Mortal Kombat 2 on the Game Boy is so much easier than the arcade for the PSP. Because this has 4 buttons. This actually has 4. The Game Boy has 2 buttons. This actually has 4, so you have more, game play to do. But alright, I'm just gonna let this charge. And then, yeah. So, there we go. That's actually more games than I thought I have. So the question is, from like the title, do I play games? Yeah. Just a little bit. I think I have a little obsession about collecting games and not playing them. Just a little, just a little. All right, guys. So there you go. That is the video that I wanted to do. Now, this was not a request or any of the necessary. This is just me that just want to, just let you guys know that do I play games? A little bit. All right. I'll see you guys on the next live stream or on the next video. Later.